right. Forest Stirrings.
Great, yeah.
All right, so Forest and Stirrings, the typical start for the Amulet Titan decks. This is a slightly different Amulet Titan deck than I saw as of when I last played Modern, because it has Dryad of the Elysian Grove. What other different card does it have? It has something else different. Do Titan decks usually run Handwear Battlements? Do they usually run Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle? Field of the Dead, I know they were running at one point. Crumbling Vestige, is that a card that they run in Amulet Titan? I'm not sure. Castle Garenbrig, I remember. Although that was like a Pioneer card. Chromatic Sphere to start the game with... Oh yeah, that's the Dryad and Valakut combo. So I'm going to be learning about these Modern decks along with the audience today. This is true, RPF. What's up, Ryan? Welcome to the show. Quick look at David Tao's list. This is, I mean, you have Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, Urza's Tower. It's Tron. Nurturing Peatland and Blast Zone are some of the newer lands that are being run in Tron decks. I don't know how savvy on Tron decks our audience is. Simic Growth Chamber now for Alan and another Ancient Stirrings. Ancient Map, Chromatic Sphere, Chromatic Star, all that stuff you're used to seeing. Oblivion Stone, Ugin, Karn Liberated, Karn the Great Creator, now featured in Tron decks. It's been that way since War of the Spark. Wormcoil Engine and Thragtusk, the typical creatures in the mono green Tron decks. Sideboard options. He does have a Sky Sovereign, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of Tron players run that, but I still like it. Wilt makes the cut now. Is this a mirror? No, this is not a mirror. Luanel thinks Titan is favored if they don't hit natural Tron on turn 3. We'll see. So a Sylvan Scrying did find the power plant. So that's happening. Ghost Quarter hits in Urza's Mine, though. So David's going to have to hunt for a forest out of the library. Ghost Quarter, pretty good right there. Simic Growth Chamber is still in play. What does everybody think of the new overlay? We have a new overlay on the stream. I tried to bedazzle our overlay for our first ever Modern stream. Let me know what you think. Quick look at show notes. Let's see. Ooh, what is everybody hoping for in Zendikar Rising? Are there any reprints people are hoping for, or new cards that people are hoping for? Let me know. We did see the new Jace. We did see the new Nahiri. Are they Legacy playable? Are they Modern playable? Nice layout, says Monka. Monka's here. Everybody say hello to Monka. Monka, our gift leader and our founder and our moderator. So be careful, everybody. Also a plug for playing on the channel. We have Daniel Kill making his debut on 90s MTG tonight. One of our local NYC players. But if you want to play on our channel, go to 90smtg.com/play, fill out the form, and you can find yourself playing on one of our streams. Sylvan Scrying found another power plant for some reason. I missed that. Luanil is here looking for DNT players still. Force of Phil says the new Jace is Legacy playable. Monka's hoping for an Autumn Willow reprint. Unfortunately, it's on the reserve list, Monka. Can't reprint that. Force of Phil says it just won't see any play as long as Oko is legal. Ouch. Oh, Luanil meant playables. Is the new Jace better than Teferi Time Raveler? That's a good question. Castle Garenbrig now for Titan, but David Tao has Tron and drops a star. 1 mana floating. Oh, what happened to the players? They're on pause. Someone had to go close the door or something. It sounds like.
Play Ancient Stirrings with the green floating.
Sure.
Oh, Teferi, Protector of the Realm or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I know what you mean,
Look
Jason.
at Karn Liberated.
Yep.
Ooh, Karn. We might see a Karn drop here. Is that game over? Is a Karn game over?
I'll tap 1. I'll go ahead and Thrag Tusk. Game 5.
Ragtoss.
Yeah. So you go to 25.
And I'll burn the 1 and I'll pass.
Karn is not game over, says Gothmog. If you're excited about our new modern stream, our first modern stream, let us know and we'll try to do more.
Play Forest.
Although the show's not over yet. You could decide after the show.
Play Karn, Great Creator.
Sure.
I will minus Karn.
Sure.
All right, so it's going to be Karn versus Karn at some point here. Is Karn everyone's favorite planeswalker, or is it just me? Am I the only one? It's just
I
me.
have a needle.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
That was a pithing needle, by the way.
I'll attack Karn.
Yep.
I'll play a
Karn
tower.
down.
Yep.
Tower.
I'll tap 10. All Ulamog.
Ouch.
Trigger.
Yeah, you got this one.
Come on, David. Take it easy. Take it easy. We want to have some games.
I can count to 7, so I can play this deck. Real good, Chris.
All right.
That's
Ulamog
closer,
ends
that's
game
closer than you give Titan credit for. I was rapidly approaching 6.
Alan's on the play with Titan. How much does being on the play or draw matter in these sideboard games? By the way, I have no idea how these people would sideboard other than maybe Pact of Negation
This
for
is a
Alan.
keep.
I'll keep.
Beast Within maybe seems good too. Negate seems
Forest, Grazer.
Sure.
Put in until I rest. Go ahead.
Sure.
good. Log T says we're having paper tournament in Italy this week. This weekend, mostly Eternal, but there'll be some Modern too. Very nice. I'm jealous that you guys are able to have paper tournaments. How about that? Force of Phil, I don't think Luris is just insane in Modern. I think it's like pretty fair in Modern. After it was after the rules changed. Even before they changed the companion rules, I don't think it was that busted in Modern. But I didn't play much Modern, so I don't know. All right, here's Dryad of the Elysian Grove, everybody. Exhibition map on the board for David. I feel like Tron is well loved or well hated in Modern. It's kind of one of the boogeymen of the format, boogie people. Titan, within the last maybe 1 year, 2 years, has kind of taken Tron's slot on the top few decks in Modern. Modern has changed a lot pretty rapidly over the last couple of years, but is Amulet Titan hated as much as Tron was? I don't think so. How did someone lose 4 life? Oh, Dismember. Duh. Luris Shadow seems like it should be stupid. I don't know. Luris seems like a bad complementary card to Shadow because it has lifelink. It is a gatekeeper like Burn. This is true. Yeah, Luris seems really fair in Modern. I don't think it's too good. All right, Amulet of Vigor is here. This is a key card for Titan. Luris is legal in Modern, yes. Luris is legal. And Luris is fair in Modern, is what we're discussing. All right. David Tao thinking about his turn now.
Play tower.
has natural Tron.
Yep.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna crack the sphere. I have color for green, colorless and green.
Yep.
Draw.
Jason
my
thinks
mana.
there'll be some easy wins.
Cast Thragtusk.
Yep. You're 21.
Is that a Ghost Quarter in play for Alan? I believe it is. So he does have a way to stop this. Why not Ghost Quarter in response to Thragtusk? I'm wondering. Oh well, I'm looking at the board better now in a bigger size. I see David does have a map in play, so maybe it's not as relevant. Never mind.
Pass turn.
On this screen, everything's really tiny. On this screen, everything's easy to view. I should probably look at the screen way more. Anyway.
Maybe your turn. I'll Beast Within the Mine.
In response, flip.
Yep.
Okay, that was Beast Within on
So,
Urza's
okay.
Mind.
So I'll get a 3/3.
Yep.
And then I'll go ahead and crack map.
Gyruda was the clone deck. Zerta was the Grim Monolith Infinite Mana deck.
Get a mine. Put it in my hand.
Okay.
All you.
Back to the question. I am not sure about Zerta, but I think Luris is safe to unban in Legacy. I think. Someone's going to clip this, and then when they unban Luris and it's a S show, they're going to send me that link to make fun of me. Zerta might not be broken. I don't know. I think it's going to... You know what's the problem with Zerta, though? I think it's going to make Grim Monoliths not accessible anymore. And Grim Monolith is big in Commander, and I don't know. Do we want more reserve list problems? I don't think with the new rule, because you got to pay 3 to put Luris in your hand, don't forget. So you need to get 3 lands, put Luris into your hand, then cast it from hand. I don't think that's as good. You basically have to cast Luris twice to get it into play. That's not that amazing in a Delver deck. I don't know. Chat is fighting over companions now. It's like April all over again. All right. Amulet's in play still. There's that's a beast token for David on the board right now. This Thragtusk, something's got to be done about.
2.
Breach was fun,
Play
and
mine.
it's funny because
I'll tap mine. I'll play Expedition map.
in some way Breach was so easily abused in Legacy because of cards like Lion's Eye Diamond and
The
Lotus
Strings?
Petal and whatnot.
Sure.
Breach stayed legal in Modern. Is it still legal in Modern? I'm not sure. I think it's legal in Modern, but
Reveal
banned in
Crumbling
Pioneer.
Vestige.
The one
Breach
where it
has
comes into
some
play,
weird-
You add a mana of any color.
Yep. And it comes into play tapped. It makes a color of my choice, and it also taps for colors.
Gotcha.
All right, Crumbling Vestige to hand. I was saying, Breach, Underworld Breach is banned in Legacy and Pioneer, but not Modern. It's pretty weird. And Breach, I believe, is banned in Historic. And I'm not sure. Suspended? I don't know. All right, map fetching here, a tower most likely. I think that's what's happening.
Get a mine.
Oh, mine. Okay. So he must have a tower in hand?
Yep.
Me too, Jason. I play Historic and I have no idea. I just know Oko is not legal and Once Upon a Time.
Untap.
And Field of the Dead and Teferi. Those are the only cards I can name off the top of my head that are banned.
First things first, I'll attack you for 8.
Yep. So I'm at 9.
9. Yep.
Do we have any Historic fans here? And would you play Paper Historic if you could? Very curious. All right, so David's casting at Ancient Stirrings and have Tron now. Gothmog says no. Ugin. Dang. Ugin can't remove the amulet, though. Ancient Stirrings legal is pretty funny. This is true. Map. It's also funny that Stirrings is just like not even remotely playable in Legacy. It's like a joke card. Like if you played an Ancient Stirrings in Legacy, people would check your temperature to make sure you're okay. There's still that big of a difference in power level between the two formats. Oh, did I say Once Upon a Time was banned in Legacy? I didn't mean to say that. Does David cast Ancient Stirrings in Legacy? What? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Once Upon a Time is a free Ancient Stirrings. Exactly. But even before Once Upon a Time, nobody played Ancient Stirrings, right? All right. Titans in play now. Let's see what happens.
So I don't know what that is.
That's going to be Handwire Battlements.
Okay.
So Handware Battlements, fetch off the Titan.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the other one.
And he cast it with the Castle Garenbrig, by the way, in case you're counting the lands.
And
What's
Grulsurf.
that land?
Sure. I got no. I'm F6.
Yep. So
Alan, what
triggers-
land is that on top of your Teleria West?
Yep. Give me 1 second to grab the.
That's Crumbling Vistage, Chris.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, this one's Crumbling Visage. This one's Handwire Battlements.
I didn't even realize that one had an alternate art.
Yeah, neither did I. I never saw that one before.
So these are going to tap from Amulet.
Yep.
And then
Cool turf trigger. Yeah.
Cool Turf will bounce Slayer West. Then I'll give Primeval Titan haste.
Sure.
And I'll attack for 6, trigger.
Blocks.
All right. So a Titan's attacking here, fetching more lands for Alan. This is before damage. We adjusted life totals already, but this is technically before damage. So let's see what happens. Yes, we got Modern content. Thank you, everybody who voted for Modern last week in the poll that was put on the stack by a bingo trigger. Thank you, everyone. I'm very excited for our first Modern stream. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I think all of you love Modern. You don't want to admit it. That's what I think is going on here. Especially you, Log T. Handworld Battlements is a cool card. So Handworld Battlements, sorry, Log T. Handworld Battlements with another creature that's not in Alan's deck, Handware Garrison, transforms into that. What do they call those cards? The meld creatures. Yeah, it's like a double creature card. Should they do that again? Should they bring back meld? Yeah, meld. Field of the Dead is legal. It's in Alan's deck. I thought meld was really cool. It'll probably be really cool on Arena. because you can like have like a larger card and it'll probably look sick on Arena. Or maybe they wouldn't even make it a larger card on Arena because they wouldn't have to. It would just be like it would look like a regular card. I don't know. Thinking about stuff that doesn't matter, I guess. Brazello was kind of cool. Yeah, there was another meld card that was cool. Oh, the one that was like a rat and a zombie, and it turned into some kind of Eldrazi or something. Yeah, the common synergies, yeah. Was meld better or mutate better? Would you rather have meld back or mutate back? Yes, Midnight Scavengers and that rat. I remember playing that in limited. I played a lot of Shadows over Innistrad limited. A lot. Like drafted twice a week. Paper. All right. David Tao's turn now. Mutate wasn't a fun mechanic. Why not? I thought it was fun. I mean, trying to think now. Was it ever not fun? No, it was pretty cool. I mean, at least in Ikoria Limited. I didn't play with any Mutate cards that I remember in Standard or Pioneer or anything. Was it too good? Are you talking about paper Ikoria Limited? Because I didn't play that at all. I only played Ikoria Limited on Arena.
Go ahead and get Chromatic Sphere.
I guess the Ugin is still in hand for David.
Sure is.
Oh, sorry. Were you guys hearing me the whole time? My bad.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to crack this for a green.
Sure.
The tower.
Yeah, so the players were hearing me the whole time. Whoops. That had to be really annoying. Both Alan and David Tao have steam coming out of their ears right now. They're so pissed off at me because I was talking into their ears while they were trying to think through this game. Mike MTG is here. What's up, Mike? Let's see. What did Jolly Zombie say? Fun for draft, bad for anything serious. But was Mutate ever relevant in anything serious? I don't know. Wormcoil Engine. What happened to Ugin? I thought David Tao had an Ugin. Am I misremembering? Was that game 1? I guess I forgot. Rich Shea is not here, says Roland. Don't know why this is being announced. But thank you, Roland. He plays 1, yeah. But I thought he had it in hand. I thought he fetched it. Sylvan Scrying. Floating a mana. Oh, Mike always asks. Okay. Oh, scared of Pact and Negation. That's true. See, I don't play much Modern, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. That makes sense. I forgot about the Pact and Negation. So he's playing around Pact and Negation or Negate. Well, he doesn't have mana for Negate right now, I guess. Is there any other way for him to stop it? No. Other than attacking Ugin, I guess not. Yeah, I don't know, Jason. Do you just jam here if you're Tron? Does Tron ever play around anything, or do they just jam? I feel like Tron just jams. But I'm not sure. Does David Zek have Velasummer? It does. So maybe he's saving up for Velasummer? Like cast a Velasummer and then Ugin? Or the other way around? Actually... Oh, no, because it would be countered. You wouldn't have to pay the Pact of Negation. Never mind. Just realized my thoughts were wrong. Tron can play around a lot, but the Titan will fetch Talaria West for Pact if he doesn't have one already. Yeah. Talaria West was in play at one point, and I think it's now in the graveyard, so he must have transmuted. I must have missed that. Greg Berlinroot's going to play tonight. Looking forward to that. Greg Berlinroot always plays some really cool brews. All right. David thinking about combat here.
Draw. I'll transmute Tolaria Westfall in green.
Sure.
All right. So transmute.
I'll grab a Summoner's Pact and I'll
Okay.
cast it.
Sure.
All right. So Summoner's
Dryad.
Pact. Get to Dryad. Pretty cool. Enigma Machine is here, but forgot we were doing this. Come on, Enigma Machine. This is the most important day of your life. This is the first ever modern stream on 90s MTG. This is exciting, folks. Very exciting. I'm hoping we can get a few new, not only fans to our channel, but people tuning in that just play Modern and checking out our Legacy and Vintage and
Dryad.
everything else.
Okay.
Dryad. I think we need to build a bridge for our Modern and Pioneer players to walk across
I will go to attacks.
and discover the older formats. All right, go into combat with Primeval Titan, and it's going to swing in.
Attack
Does
with
he have
Primeval
a
Titan triggers.
way?
Sure.
Does he have a way to give it first strike? I know some of these decks were running Sunhome or something. No, he doesn't have that. There was another. Yeah, what was that double strike land?
4 Valakut triggers.
Oh, 4 Valakut
2 Amulet
triggers.
triggers.
Never mind.
Good.
I guess they don't run the double strike land anymore.
Let's see.
I forgot what it was called. Sunhome? Was that the one? It's been a while. Does anyone know what the double strike land is called? Yes, that's the one. What was the other red-white land, though, that they were running in these decks that gave, like, +2/+0 and haste or something? There was another land that
Yeah, I'll
Titan
put
was
them all
running.
at you.
So I'll go to 3.
3.
Okay. Can I move to blocks?
Yep.
Going to block your Primeval Titan with Form Coil Engine.
Sure. Trade.
Yep.
And then you go to 9.
Trigger. Yep.
Okay, so trading a Titan for Wormcoil Engine. I have no idea if that was correct, but it seemed fun. Valakut's untapped now because of Amulet. Crumbling Vistage adds a mana. Can you shoot down a creature with Valakut? You can, right? You don't have to shoot your opponent. I know I could just look at the card, but... All right, so Valakut kills David Tao, and I'll decide to finally update the score now. It's actually 1-1. So David won game 1, Alan won game 2. My bad, I forgot to update the score. Yeah, the attack is what you want. I agree. Is that good to have? There's like that. There's like that.
These two.
I'll keep.
All right.
Same.
So it's a 5 for
I'll start off with
Alan.
a mine and a map, and I'll pass.
A multi 5 for Alan, and you kept 7, David.
No, I'm on 5 as well.
Oh, you're on 5 as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both at 5. What was I beginning to say? Oh,
Play an Amulet.
Sure.
is it better to have 3 like format specific people on a team? Like, let's say you had
go ahead and
Modern,
wilt your Amulet.
Legacy, Pioneer
Sure.
as the
I'll
formats,
pass.
and someone who only plays all 3 of those, or is it better to have someone who's just okay but plays all 3 formats on a team? Which is better? I never did one of those trios events. I'm curious what
Float
people
green,
think.
play Growth Chamber, bounce Forest.
Sure.
Specialists are better, says Gothmog. Maybe. What did they used to do? They used to do Standard, Modern, Legacy, right? Is that what they used to do? Because there was no Pioneer? Standard just feels out of place in a Trios. How does that work? That seems lame to just have a standard seat in a Eternal format
No,
Trios. Is that lame? Okay, so Modern, Pioneer, Legacy was a thing for a while. Okay. So they didn't do Modern, Standard, Pioneer? They kept Legacy in Trios? I guess I'm talking about like the big tournaments. Like Star City events and stuff. They got rid of Standard in the Trios?
I'm gonna pass on your upkeep. I'm gonna be
Okay,
something,
I already drew, but
okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters if you draw. I'm gonna hit the power plant.
okay. So I'll go ahead and draw.
Yep, you get a beast.
All right. Someone's laying on the horn outside. Sorry about that if you can hear it. Bearded Dragon kept Legacy and dropped Standard. Okay. Standard, Pioneer, Modern was the typical. Okay. That makes sense. I guess Pioneer is more accessible than Legacy, and Standard, anybody who bought a booster box recently can probably put together something with their friends. That makes sense, I guess. I guess if it's Standard, Pioneer, Modern, that makes it like the total kind of collection needed for a team to operate is much smaller. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Enigma Machine. Like, you know, the average Magic player just cannot play Legacy with the collection that they have. Karn. All right, Karn exiles a Simic Growth Chamber, and looks like David Tao is going to win this one. I get it 100%, but still complain, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you're running an event. You want as many people as possible to sign up, right? You put Legacy on the event, you're already, like, ruling out what percent of people compared to doing Standard or Pioneer or whatever. You're going to get more people to sign up for your event. Kind of happy I got into Legacy when I did. Yep. When did you get into Legacy? All right, 14 for Alan now. So Alan has time, I guess, against a beast token. Karn sacks to destroy a land, which is weird, but I guess that works. Ban the reserve list. So we were talking about this on the last 6 months ago. Oh, we were talking about this on the last stream. All right, 25 now for David Tao. We're talking about this on the last stream, or one of the last streams. No reserve list Legacy is probably what Modern will eventually become. And what cards they can print into Modern that are only played in Legacy right now, like Daze, Wasteland, Rishon Import. Yeah, Legacy's fun. By the way, I'm curious if anybody is tuning into our stream just because they play Modern and has never watched our stream before. Make yourself known. All right, that's game.